So what am I doing here?
Fade the heat. You ever hear that saying before? I guess it probably depends on how old you are, whether or not you've heard that saying. Full disclosure, I'm 42, and I heard that saying for the first time 3-4 years ago. Of course, son, I'm trying to fade the heat. You know what it means? For you old, people my age and older, you know what it means? You're in trouble. You can't get out of that, but you're going to try to make it not quite so bad. You can't avoid the fact that you're in trouble. You're going to try to give yourself a soft landing, if you will. I believe the Bidens right now are in a full court press to try to fade the heat. You see the latest and greatest from today. Special counsel David Weiss announced he's going to be indicting Hunter Biden on gun charges. Remember, Hunter Biden committed a felony when he bought that gun, lied on the gun form. He's going to be bringing gun charges, indicting Hunter Biden on gun charges for the end of the month. Now, maybe you're sitting there saying, well, that's great. Bidens are finally going down, being held accountable, finally to prison. Well, no, that's not what you're seeing. What you're seeing here, I believe, is the Bidens trying to fade the heat. You see, David Weiss, he's been running cover for the Bidens for a long time now in this investigation. He was already in charge of the investigation, and he was slow rolling everything. Almost looked like he was trying to cover for them instead of prosecute them, which of course that's what he was trying to do. And then all this damaging information starts to come out about this sweetheart Hunter Biden plea deal that he tried to get by the judge. And then Merrick Garland scrambles. Scrambles to do what? Let's appoint a special counsel. You know, special counsel is supposed to be independent, but he scrambles and appoints David Weiss as the special counsel. So again, fading the heat, the soft landing. No, we got a special counsel. It's just the same guy who's already been running cover for him the whole time. But this doesn't change the facts on the ground. The facts on the ground are the American people know by now, most of them know by now, this is a corrupt family. I didn't say most American people are voting Democrat, did I? Or voting Republican or independent. I'm not talking about voting. They know the President of the United States is corrupt. The House Oversight Committee, I want to actually give them some credit. I can't believe I'm doing that to the GOP. They deserve some credit. They've been exposing quite a business scheme with then Vice President Biden, Hunter Biden, family businesses, things like that. But we still don't have, even with all this evidence, we have all this evidence. Most of it they've had to squeeze out of the hands of the FBI, but there's still no impeachment. And let's pause on this for just a moment. Remember, this isn't Hunter Biden's business. This is Joe Biden's business. Hunter Biden is a crackhead loser. Nobody in the Biden family has enough juice to make any of these business deals happen. This is Joe Biden's crime family, criminal family. So impeachment, if you lived in any kind of a country at all, no matter what the administration was, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. If you lived in a country that was going to continue on for very much longer, we would already have a serious special counsel investigating Joe Biden for crimes. Impeachment would be a foregone conclusion, of course. So why hasn't it happened? I mean, my goodness, it's getting late in the year, isn't it? Why hasn't impeachment happened? Well, here's Exhibit A.
Right now, I'm not convinced that that evidence exists, and I'm not supporting an impeachment inquiry.
Hey, we've seen the evidence. It's not just like I need special access. I've seen the evidence. And Ken Buck, of course, had too. But once again, the low-T GOP is doing the best they can to step in and give the Biden family that soft landing. Fade the heat for them, if you will. But I don't think it's going to work. And here's why. It's not because Republicans have any teeth. We all know that Ken Buck might as well be the mascot for the party. Just a useless eunuch. But Democrats do have teeth. Remember, Andrew Cuomo is no longer governor of the state of New York, and it wasn't because Republicans got him out of office. You want to play hardball politics, get somebody removed from office? Well, Democrats know how to do that. Shoot, they're getting ready to throw Trump in prison. Democrats know how to play serious because they're all communists now. And they're after Joe Biden. CNN maybe the worst communist propaganda out there, normally just completely state-run media. CNN's out there running polls front and center, showing the American people think Joe Biden is too old and his jobs rating sucks and everything's terrible. So why? Why would Democrats do this? Why would Democrats take out their own president? Well, listen, the system, you know what the system is. When you live in a late-stage republic like we do, you have a corrupt system. It's not just government. You see, government works hand in hand with education, with media, with entertainment. They all work together to pillage this country, which they hate. That's what I call the system. And you want the approval of the system to live in this corrupt nation of ours, because then you'll always be taken care of. Family will always be taken care of. Your kid will get into those schools, always get that cushy job. You want your system membership card at all times. But the problem with that system membership card is it expires really fast, really fast. You always have to keep paying new membership dues to keep your system membership card. And Joe Biden, as much as he might want to pay those system membership dues, he's just too old and his brain is too gone and he just goes off the reservation too much.
Hello, everybody. Let me explain to the press. I've been tested again today. I'm clear across the board. But they keep telling me because this has to be 10 days or something, I got to keep wearing it. But don't tell them I didn't have it on when I walked in.
Oops. That's how you talk. That's how I talk. President stumbles and mumbles. He's not going to be allowed to talk that way. Media wants him gone, too. Remember, the system wants him gone. How badly do they want him gone? They're asking Dome if she's ready to take over.
The Wall Street Journal had a poll showing 2/3 of Democrats say Joe Biden is too old to run again. Are you prepared to be commander-in-chief?
Yes, I am, if necessary.
Ouch. And look, why do you think Dome was already meeting with George Soros' son? Alexander's his name. Just remember that name. I just wanted to make sure we all were aware who this person is. Why do you think big donors, big Democrat donors, are sitting down with Dome? Why do you think, as the great John Phillips has told us before, why do you think Gavin Newsom is prepped and ready for a presidential run?
Gavin is not running against Joe Biden in 2024. Gavin is putting his chips on the number that says that Joe Biden isn't able to be the Democratic nominee in 2024. He thinks that the odds of something like that happening are great enough that if he runs essentially a shadow campaign for the presidency without ever declaring himself to be a candidate, he would be the candidate who could hit the ground running. So Gavin Newsom is giving Democrats an alternative in the event that Joe can't fulfill his duties and they move on from Kamala.
And now you see the system pushing the Bidens out. The GOP would give the Bidens a soft landing. I have no doubt about that. I'm not so sure Democrats will be quite as accommodating. Oh, that may have made you uncomfortable or not, but I am right. I have great news. If you enjoyed that, I have a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. Whatever I do, it'll be right there on YouTube, so go subscribe today.